Hi. Um, Hi and hello. It's been a while since I've made a recording. I think that so many things have happened and have been happening, and the world has gone through so much. And I guess, like everybody else, I've been finding all the changes somewhat disconcerting and needed to kind of take some time to process and just find my own grounding, which Bezrat Hashem, I think I've found. And in finding that grounding, the importance of learning Torah and learning Chassidus and learning inspirational Chassidus, such as the one, this Sefer that we're learning together, Likkutey Halakhot, become even more important. It becomes even more important to learn Chassidus such as this, to ground ourselves in hashkafot, in hashkofas, in ways of seeing the world that can help us have a positive outlook, help us have an attitude of trust and faith. And I think that with Mashiach so close and a new dawn really rising in front of our very eyes, we see the sun there on the horizon, and it's going to come up very soon, Bezrat Hashem, and illuminate the whole day. But we know that in order to be Zoche to Mashiach, and in order to see the light of the new day, we need to illuminate our own selves, and we need to make sure that we are illuminated with good ways of thinking and good ways of rooting ourselves in the teachings of our teachers. So with that said, I'm very excited to be continuing this learning, and whoever has found their way to listen to it, I welcome you and invite you to like this video. It seems to be that's an important thing to do in the YouTube world. Like this video, share this video, send me comments, your responses. I'd very much appreciate hearing from them. So we're on Yud Aleph of the first halacha, which is dealing with how we get up in the morning like an Ari. And the basic point is that in the morning when we get up, we look for the Nakuda Tova. So chapter Yud Aleph is pretty straightforward. It's basically just telling us that all the morning blessings hint to this idea that a person praises Hashem for having helped him find his good point, so that he may wake up from his slumber and his spiritual fall. And then Reb Nosson mentions each of the morning blessings and explains how each one is, in a way, an opportunity to praise Hashem that he has given us the ability to champion over the potential darkness or despair that might challenge our well-being and our enthusiastic greeting of the new day. And he starts off and he says with the first blessing, Hanosein letzechvi vina lahavchin ben yom uvein laila, that Hashem has given the rooster the ability to distinguish between day and night. So Reb Nosson repeats this well-known idea that the rooster, the sechvi, is not really a rooster, it's actually the heart. And to determine between the light of day, goodness, and darkness, that we have within our own heart the capacity, the ability to be able to make this distinction. But Reb Nosson says the good point shines like the light of the day, whereas evil corresponds to dark and night, and to night and darkness. By finding and rousing the good point, the evil is accordingly separated out from the good. So consequently, one separates night from day, day from night, to distinguish between day and night. So when we say this bracha, we really empowering ourselves, that our sechvi, our heart, has the ability to empower the positivity within us, the day aspect within us, the light, the goodness within us that can champion and overpower the darkness, the nighttime, the despair, the distress, the depression, etc. And then he goes on and gives a similar interpretation to all of the blessings, that Hashem did not make me shelo asani goya, that Hashem chas v'shalom, he didn't make me a non-Jew who would only have to keep very basic mitzvot and wouldn't have the opportunity in so many different ways, so many times a day to overcome this negative tendency to slothfulness. As one of my yoga teachers says, we are always fighting against gravity. So in yoga, the body has to strengthen itself to stand up straight and not give in to the pressure of gravity that's always kind of trying to push it down and get it to slump and slouch and weaken. We use our strength to vigorate and vitalize ourselves to stand upright. And the same thing, that if we would not have the opportunity to do mitzvot, we wouldn't have the same amount of opportunities to strengthen our will and strengthen our beings to champion the good within ourselves by doing all these mitzvahs that we have the opportunity to do every day. So we're thanking Hashem that we have that opportunity because we are Yidden. And then in Pokeach Ivrim, Matir Asurim, Zukev Kufufim, all of these blessings, opening the eyes of the blind, releasing the bound, straightening the bent over, each one of these brachot are another way. As we say the blessing, we are empowering ourselves and giving ourselves the opportunity to say, yes, we can open our eyes to see the good within ourselves and the good around. We can not feel trapped and imprisoned in our own negativity, darkness, addictions, weaknesses. We have, Hashem empowers us to find the good in us and empower it and utilize that to also stand up straight, not to be bent over. So originally we were sleeping, we were like a blind person in the dark, imprisoned, bent over with despair, can add in self-loathing, add in self-hatred. I guess that's the same as self-loathing. But Yeush, that's Rabbi Nachman's main sin, is when we give into despair because we did something bad yesterday. We shouldn't, chas v'shalom, give into that Yetzer Hara, that thinking that we are bad, and because we're bad, nothing good can come from us. So we bent over with that, but now we release from that. We find the good point. We find that, in fact, even though we stumbled yesterday, there's that good point in us today that is going to enable us to have strength. Hashem gives strength to the weary, and we can wake up from yesterday's slumber. Yesterday's day of mistakes doesn't have to impact and influence today. And then finally, that Hashem take sleep away from my eyes. So now I'm ready to be woken up and awake, woke in a good way, not in a politically correct, not so good way. And because of that, because we're awake, we can see that Hashem bestows chasadim, and we can see all the good points, and then we can see that, in fact, Hashem is bestowing chesed on us in every which way. And by saying the brachas in this way, with these intentions, we get that encouragement and that rousingness and affirmation to our good point that is going to help us be radiant and effective and self-confident and grateful and in touch with our good and seeing the good in others. So that was nice, short, quick, and sweet. Shalom, shalom.